ones that always want more men. You know, I'm not one to judge.
I didn't know Saren was openly recruiting mercs.
Oh, he's open.
He wasn't that open, and he only showed his face once. We'd been raiding ships in the area for months when we took out this massive cargo freighter. Our biggest haul yet.
It was full of, what was it,
looking for some extra credits. That's when I saw him.
It was full of counterfeit Tickle Me Elmo dolls. They're worth a lot, even today.
I don't really care, Rex.
Suit yourself.
I'm just kidding, I'm not gonna be that big of a jerk.
Shepard.
Whoops.
Rex?
Oh darn, I should have been more polite. I shouldn't have snubbed him off there. Anyways, I'm sure I'll be able to talk to Shepard later, and not Shepard, Rex, help. Hey Ash.
Oh, before I go, you said you're serving with Commander Shepard now? We saw him on the news here. He's cute.
Yes, he is. And I'm sure if I was,
Tell me you didn't hear that.
I'm sure if I was a squeeing teenage girl, I'd find Shepard pretty attractive. He's based off a Dutch male model. I mean, I got to admit, I do not find men appealing at all, but, like, I'm trying to put myself in the mindset of what a strong, handsome man would be in it. And if I could determine 100% what girls would find attractive, yeah, I'd see Commander Shepard as being handsome.
Afraid I did.
Oh, shoot me now. One of my sisters. That's Sarah, the youngest. Surprised to see you here, sir. Thought you'd be chatting up, what's her name? Tassoni?
I'll try to put the volume louder so you can hear the more vital dialogue.
Liara, why would you think that?
Scuttlebutt says you got a bit of a thing for her.
Who's
I don't
Scuttlebutt?
understand why. The crew's off limits with the regs against fraternization. And at least she looks like a woman.
Ooh, that is kinda cold.
You think I'm interested in Liara because she's the only one I'm allowed to date?
So you are interested in her. Of course, it could be politics. Alien diplomat's daughter, us under orders to make nice with the bug-eyed monsters. What's up? You didn't come by to eavesdrop on family mail.
You know, I eavesdrop all the time. It's quite handy, actually. Tell me about your family. I'm actually kinda interested.
Your family seems to be important to you.
Yeah, we've always been close. Me and my sisters especially. With Dad on duty so much, I had to help Mom raise them.
Yeah, I was raised completely without responsibility. It worked out pretty good for me.
Did your father serve with the fleet?
Yeah, took any crap posting he could get that offered space time. You know what? He worked his ass off trying to get recognized, but he never made it above serviceman 3rd class. He was real proud when I made chief. First thing he did was salute.
What about your mama?
What about your mother? You haven't mentioned her.
You must know what military wives are like. Strong because they have to be, able to raise kids while Dad's away on a 6-month cruise. She has a degree in planetary geology. She and Dad both wanted to see new worlds. She gave up her career to raise us, though.
That's interesting. How are your sisters? Are they available? Because they're probably, you know, as nice as you are, but a lot less pent-up, bigotry. Sorry, Ash. Don't worry. I love you. But, they're kind of, you're kind of at times a little hasty to judge our alien buddies.
You have more than one sister? Sounds like a big family.
Yeah, I'm the oldest, then Abby, then Lynn. Sarah's the youngest. She's still in high school. With 4 girls, Dad used to say he felt more outnumbered at home than on maneuvers.
Wow. That must be pretty tough to be the only guy. For my house, it was the opposite. My mother was like the only lady, and you got all these greasy, sweaty, hairy guys growing up into greasy, sweaty, hairy older guys, and one of them moves out, and one of them is a lazy piece of crap who lives here and does these stupid videos, but people seem to love him, so whatever, it works out for me.
After helping raise them, your sisters still talk to you? Amazing.
Things were tense between Sarah and me for a while. Then we bonded.
Oh, tell me about your sisters bonding with you. Yeah, like, I mean, you know, I like to hear about your family life.
Sounds like a story. Feel like sharing?
Sarah got herself a boyfriend who wanted to go faster than she did. Mike.
That's the worst.
I didn't think he was a bad kid, just pushy. Lynn would send me these worried vid mails, and I'd tell her to relax.
Yeah, what a jerk. There's nothing worse than like someone who's overbearing and is trying to force themselves on you. You know, girls, take this advice. If some guy's just being pushy or a bully or trying to go faster than you want to go, just either respect my space and let me live my life, or you can go out the door and go back to your freaking job cleaning up tables at TGI Fridays.
Where were you when this was going on?
I was on active duty. Sarah's graduating high school this year. This was only a couple of years back.
High school in Fort
They were in
Force.
Amaterasu. At the time, I was assigned to Chernobyl. Same cluster, but a dozen LY away. Close enough to talk regularly, too far to make it back in an emergency. I couldn't afford a fast packet flight.
That's probably the least fascinating thing you've said so far. That was pretty boring. I don't care about if you could afford a flight. It's like saying, that one day I was at an airport and it took me a bit longer and I was a bit late for my flight because I was, having trouble getting packing peanuts not packing peanuts, the little bag of peanuts. No, sorry, joke ruined. I was going to make a joke about having trouble with the vending machine, but, that's redundant and stupid and this thing's not going anywhere. So next dialogue.
If he really liked her, he wouldn't be pushy.
Yeah, of course. If he didn't ask at all, I'd wonder if he thought Sarah was ugly. Damned if you do, damned if you don't.
People are hypocrites.
Mike thought they'd go for a romantic walk in the woods, because he figured it was past time they did the deed.
What a
She
jerk.
lowered Mike face first into a tree and left.
Bravo.
Fresh on her. Good thing Mom and Dad had us all learn some kind of self-defense. I took
What a
him
jerk.
overseas and walked Sarah to school for a few days.
I mean, I can't stand, people like that. Just macho, obsessive, jerks who just want to dominate everything and be the boss. I'm sorry, people who manipulate others, especially naive people, or people who tend to be just it just bothers me. I hate manipulators.
Why didn't you tell the police?
She said it wouldn't solve the real problem, and she and Mike would both become household names. It was a small colony. I said it was her call to make, that we should let her do it her way. Mom was pretty pissed about that.
Self-defense.
You said all of your sisters learned self-defense?
Taijutsu.
Lynn did pistol practice, but didn't like it. She's kind of nervous. Sarah took Aikido. Abby decided to learn the sword. She always was a little weird. Likes big skirts and tops you have to tie her into. They do great things to her figure, though.
Wow, are you... Great things to your figure? Ashley, are you bi? Or... Oh, it's none of my business, never mind.
So, what did you learn?
She's your sister, what am I talking about? What am I thinking?
One of Dad's friends taught me Marine hand to hand.
Okay, Marine hand-to-hand, like punching? Cool.
You traveled all the way home to walk your sister to school.
It was only a dozen light years, like a day's cruise. It's not like it was going to Earth or something. My last day out, Mike was waiting for us. Sarah had told her friends, so everyone at school knew what he did. He wasn't happy.
Throw him into the mud.
Snap him in half. But Sarah gave me this look, this let me handle it, I need to do this alone look. She kept her cool, God bless her, as he screamed in her face. She just let him vent. Then he tried to punch her.
What an ass.
I swear, she just flowed around him. Next thing I knew, he's face down on the sidewalk, and there's blood everywhere.
Bravo, man. We need more people doing that. Standing up to jerks, oppressors, and you know what? Bravo. Congrats, your sister is awesome. Your sister is just... Oh, man, what a great story. What a story, Ash.
That's unbelievable. Sarah must be as good as you.
Better. I'm more or less a straight-up puncher. When he swung, she wasn't there anymore, and he fell. She helped him stop the bleeding and had me call an ambulance. She told the paramedics he fell. Before they took him to the hospital, Mike touched Sarah's arm. I thought he was going to end up on the ground again. But he hung his head, whispered, "I'm sorry," and started crying. And she hugged him. The Williams women are a decisive bunch, Commander. We do things when we're ready. Not before, not after.
That really was an interesting story. You know what? That's really good because, it just proves that all bullies are cowards, and if they're stood up against, they're gonna fall. They're gonna break and realize they've done wrong.
Your sister's something else. But you didn't mention your father at all. Was he on deployment?
Dad always wanted to serve in space, but he wanted us to have real ground under our feet. He'd say, space is beautiful, but you can't raise a family there.
I beg to differ.
I cannot rest from travel. I will drink life to the lees. All times I've enjoyed greatly, have suffered greatly, both with those that loved me and alone. For always roaming with a hungry heart, much have I seen and known, cities of men and manners, climates, councils, governments.
You read poetry?
I never thought I'd hear you reciting poetry.
Just because I can drill you between the eyes at 100 meters doesn't mean I can't like sensitive stuff.
Yeah.
Just don't spread it around.
Hitler was really big into picking dandelions.
He shipped out. He recorded me reading it. He had a dozen versions when he retired.
And I wouldn't be surprised if the initial book, Mein Kampf, that Hitler wrote, it was like one of those, pink diaries with the fuzzy covers.
Does he still like it?
I sure hope so. I read it to his grave every time I go home. Dad passed on a few years back. He's probably still watching now. So behave.
From the afterlife?
You mean from wherever we go after death?
Dead on, Skipper. He's with God now.
True that.
That's not a problem with you, is it? That I believe in God?
Why would that be a problem? Come on. Even today, like me personally, this is the 21st century. I mean, I'm trying to be all-embracing and accepting that people have different beliefs, and I respect that and won't judge them. Come on, we don't have to be all jerk-ass oppressors treating each other like garbage over how we feel or how we believe. It's not our place. It's not the way, man. I do too.
You know that old saw, there's never an atheist in a foxhole? I've been in a lot of foxholes.
Yeah.
I know, I've checked a lot of foxholes out in my yard, and I've never ran into any atheists there.
Because I work in space, I can't believe in a higher power? Jeez. Hello, have you people looked out the window? How can you look at this galaxy and not believe in something?
That is so true.
I should get back to my duties. Didn't mean to take up so much of your time.
That was a pretty darn, deep rant. You know, there's more to you than that meets the eye, Ashley. You're like a freaking transformer. Yeah.
What's your opinion on the last mission?
We lost a lot of the colonists. I don't see how we could have done more, but I still feel bad about it. I mean, we are out here to protect them.
I'm sorry. And I feel
We'll talk
bad.
later, Williams.
Not really. Shepard's a
Looking forward to
jerk.
it, Skipper.
Calls me Skipper. I love that name. It's better than the name I used to have when I was little. That one of my aunts named me, and I'm never going to tell you what it is because it's just a horrible, horrible name. It's similar, but ugh. Anyways, thank you for watching. I'm going to stop recording now, and so long, farewell, as Wiedersehen, goodbye.